4 of how to read your tenancy ledger. So we have worked out so far what the part payment is, what your daily rent is, and how many days you have in your part payment. So that's the things that we've done so far. So today we're going to look at the dates that actually matter on your tenancy ledger. Okay, you've got a column, and these all might vary a little bit depending on the real estate agency, but they will all have these 3 things. There'll be a date that you paid, and there'll be a from date and a to date. Okay, so let's say, for example, you paid your rent on the 5th of October, and your paid from date is paid from the 5th of October to the 12th of October, okay, which is a week. So that means that you paid it on the day that it was due. That from date is the day that your rent is due. But there's a caveat, and that is whether or not you have a part payment, which is why we worked all that out earlier. So an easy ledger would be no part payment, paid on the 5th, from the 5th to the 12th. Easy. You've paid your rent on the day it was due, and you've got a week in front of you. Okay, so that's an easy, clean ledger. They don't all look like that. If you paid on the 5th, and your from and to date are from the 5th till the 12th, then you've paid and on the day that it was due, correct? If you have a part payment of, say, 3 days, then it's not actually due again until the 15th. You've got 3 days up your sleeve there, which is why we worked out how many days you had in your part payment, okay? This is where it gets really tricky too. If your from date is the 5th to the 12th, and you have a part payment and you didn't pay until the 7th, which if you didn't have a part payment would be a couple of days late, but you've got 2 days sitting in that part payment, it sits within that date range. It's no wonder people don't understand this. It is so hard. So the part payment comes into play depending on how many days there are difference that you need within that time frame. Some ledgers will add it and some ledgers won't. But effectively, you want your ledger to read is you want the date that you paid to be before the from date. What I would say to you is this: get rid of the part payment for one. Okay, so even if it takes you a month to get rid of it by adding a little bit to your rent to get that part payment to equal a week's rent so it disappears, because then the dates are clean and they're easier for you to read. So as a ledger comes to me, I would go, okay, I check those 3 columns. That's all I check: the date that you paid and the from and to date. So I'll go paid on the 5th, due on the 5th, paid on the 10th, due on the 10th. If I start seeing things like paid on the 15th, due on the 12th, and you have no part payment, you're 3 days late, or a day late, or 2 days late. Okay, so if that paid on date is after the paid from date, you're late unless you have a part payment and the part payment days equal to make that on time. Clear as mud? That's a basic rundown of it. Save this, go back to your ledger, play this, and go through your ledger a few times. If you need more clarification, please let me know and I will go through it, because it's not just you that's struggling. A lot of people are struggling with this. So if you have the question, other people have the question as well. Okay? So save this, go back to your ledger and go through it again, and send me any messages where you're not understanding what I'm saying. And it's really difficult, A, to explain, and B, to understand. So I want to make sure that you guys have clarity of the ledger, so you know exactly where you sit and you're not relying on property managers to tell you and getting missed and passed over and things like that. So save it, go back to your ledger and check it out, and let me know if you have any questions.